Hello, my dear students. I welcome you once again to this current lecture. As you know that in a last lecture, we started the new chapter from the syllabus that is called as the stereochemistry. In that lecture, we studied the introduction from that chapter as well as one important point we completed that is called as the classification of the different type of the isomers in the phenomena called as the isomerism. What are the different type of that particular isomers with the suitable examples? So these points we already covered in a last lecture. Now in a current lecture we are going to take the next important point from the chapter that is called as the projection formulae. Now what is the necessity of this particular projection formulae? How it is useful for drawing the different type of the organic molecules, so that we have to study. Now as far as the organic molecules are considered, each organic molecule has the fixed type of the arrangement of the particular atoms in a molecule with the given chemical bond. Now if we want to draw the structure of the organic molecules on a plain paper or on a blackboard, we can use a regular methods. What are that regular methods? We can draw the structure of that particular molecule in a two-dimensional view. We can draw the structure of that molecule in a two-dimensional view. We can show the molecule either on a plain paper or either on a blackboard. But suppose if we want to draw the structure of the organic molecule in a three-dimensional view, so it is not possible for us to draw the structure of that particular molecules in a three-dimensional view on a plain paper or on a blackboard. So to overcome this problem of drawing the structures in a three-dimensional view, some projection formulas are to be useful. Now there are four different types of the projection formulae which are useful for drawing the structures of these particular organic molecules in a three-dimensional view. So in the current lecture we are going to take the two important projection formulae from your syllabus. So the first important projection formula is called as the dotted line and wedge formula. It is the first important formula for drawing the molecule in a three-dimensional view. Now as far as this dotted line and wedge formula is considered, so in this formula, according to this formula, we can draw the given organic molecule by using some different type of the lines. We have to use the different type of the lines for drawing the structure of the molecule under the heading dotted line and wedge formula. So for this purpose, we take the help of one simple organic molecule, that is, we take here the simple molecule for our discussion, that is the ethane molecule. So we know the molecular formula for this ethane molecule, that is a C2H6. So this is the simple example for our discussion, that how to draw the structures of the organic molecules by using the formula dotted line and wedge formula. So we want to now draw this ethane molecule in a three-dimensional view. So for this purpose we have to use this first method. So in order to draw this particular dotted line and wedge formula for this given molecule, what we have to consider? We have to consider our regular plane. We consider this carbon single bond carbon in a regular plane. In a regular plane, we consider this particular single bond, that is a carbon single bond carbon. After considering this regular carbon single bond carbon, we have to take the two sigma bonds between this carbon and hydrogen which are present within the same plane, in which this carbon single bond carbon is present, and for this purpose we take that two hydrogens and we can show the two hydrogens like this. This is the first hydrogen, and this is the second hydrogen. So we can say that this carbon single bond carbon is there, which is present in a given plane in which these two carbon single bond hydrogens are also present. So all these two hydrogens and two carbons are present in a same plane. Now, after that, we have to take into consideration the remaining positions of the 4 hydrogens. Now, if we consider the remaining 4 hydrogens, then we can use such a type of the wedge line, such a type of the wedge line is used. Such a type of the wedge lines are used for those particular hydrogen atoms which are present above the plane of this particular regular carbon single bond carbon. So, these two hydrogens now shown by a wedge line. This wedge line is indication of the presence of these two hydrogen atoms on above the plane. On above the plane, these two hydrogen atoms are present. So, we can say that this regular line indicates that these two hydrogens are present within the same plane in which these two carbon atoms are present, while these two wedge lines indicates that these two hydrogens are present above the plane of this particular carbon single bond carbon. Now, these 4 hydrogens are already allocated, remaining 2 hydrogens is there, then these 2 hydrogens are indicated by our regular dotted line. This is the first hydrogen and this is the second hydrogen. Now, as far as this dotted line is considered, then it indicates these two hydrogens are present below the plane of that plane in which this carbon single bond carbon is present. So, this is the first important method to draw the molecule in a 3-dimensional view, that is a dotted line and wedge formula. Why it is called as a dotted line and wedge formula? Because in this method, in order to represent the given chemical bond between the carbon and hydrogens, dotted line, wedge line and regular lines are to be used, and that's why this method is called as the dotted line and wedge formula. So, this is the first example of this ethane molecule. For this purpose, in order to represent that ethane molecule, first we have to take this regular bond between carbon and carbon is present in a given plane. In that plane, these two hydrogen atoms are present, which is indicated by the regular lines. These two hydrogens showing by the regular lines indicates that these two hydrogens are present in a given plane. Secondly, these two wedge lines indicates that these two hydrogens are present above the plane of this particular given carbon single bond carbon, while the remaining two hydrogen atoms are indicated by the dotted line, and these dotted lines are useful in order to represent the hydrogen atoms which are present below the plane of the particular carbon single bond. So, these 3 type of the lines are useful in order to represent a molecule under the heading dotted line and wedge formula. First line is called as a regular line, second line is called as a wedge line, and third line is called as the dotted line. So, this is the first simple example of this ethane molecule. Now, suppose if we take the second example, carbon single bond carbon. If we take now the another example for studying this particular dotted line and wedge formula, I take here CH3. It is a CH3. This hydrogen is there, hydrogen H and H. So, now we take here for our discussion the second molecule, that is called as the N-butane molecule. So, if we want to now convert this 2-dimensional structure of a N-butane in a 3-dimensional view according to the dotted line and wedge formula. So, again it is very useful to represent this molecule. So, for this purpose what we have to take here? Again we have to take the carbon single bond carbon. We take here carbon single bond carbon present in a regular plane. Now, as far as this carbon single bond carbon is present, 2 hydrogen atoms is there which are present in the same plane in which these 2 carbon atoms are present. So, we know that these 2 carbon atoms are represented by the regular lines. So, this is the first hydrogen, this is a second hydrogen shown by the regular lines. So, we can say that these 2 hydrogens are present within the same plane in which these 2 carbon atoms are present. After that, once we show these 2 hydrogen atoms within the same plane, now we have to represent these 2 two methyl groups. Now these two methyl groups are present above the plane. That's why these two methyl groups are indicated by the wedge lines. These two methyl groups are indicated by the wedge lines. So this is the first CH3 and this is a second CH3 group of this particular N-butane molecule. So these two methyl groups are now present or indicated by the wedge lines. So it indicates that these two methyl groups are present above the plane. Then the remaining two hydrogen atoms are there. So these two hydrogen atoms are present below the plane, and that's why that are indicated by the dotted line. So these remaining two hydrogen atoms are indicated by the dotted line, and that indicates that these two hydrogen atoms are present below the plane. So this is the representation of the particular N-butane molecule by using the formula, that is a dotted line and wedge formula. So this is the first important method called as dotted line and wedge formula. Now after completing this first method, the second method we are going to take now, that is called as the Sawhorse, that is Andrein formula. So this Sawhorse and Andrein formula is a very useful in order to study the three-dimensional view of a particular organic molecule. So for this purpose, we take here the first simple example. Again, we take here this ethane molecule for our discussion. So if we take now this ethane molecule, H single bond C hydrogen, this is a single bond hydrogen, single bond hydrogen. So this is the first important molecule for which we are going to study now how to draw its Sawhorse formula, or it may be called as the Andrein formula. So before drawing this particular molecule, we have to consider that the bond between this carbon and carbon, is to be elongated, That's how we consider here the elongated carbon single bond carbon. It is to be elongated. After that, we have to consider the three hydrogen atoms are attached to this carbon. In the same way, again three hydrogen atoms are attached to this carbon atom. So these attached hydrogen atoms are shown like inverted alphabet Y. This is a inverted alphabet Y is there. So it indicates that three hydrogen atoms are attached to the first carbon. If we numbering these carbons, this is the first carbon, this is the second carbon. So to the first carbon, three hydrogen atoms are attached. It is indicated by the inverted Y alphabet. In the same way, to the second carbon also, three hydrogen atoms are attached. Again, it is shown by the inverted Y alphabet. So we can say that this molecule can be indicated or represented by the such a type of the two inverted Y alphabet joined by a elongated line. So we can say that this first dot stands for first carbon, this second dot stands for the second carbon. After that, we have to just show the attached atoms, and we know that all attached atoms to these carbons are nothing but the hydrogen atoms. So in this way, we can represent here the first representation of this ethane molecule like this, and this representation according to the Sawhorse formula is called as the eclipse. It is a eclipsed structure. It is the eclipsed Sawhorse formula for ethane molecule. It is an eclipse. Both these alphabets Y, inverted Y, are stands in a similar direction. That's it is a eclipsed structure. Now, suppose if we want to convert this eclipse structure into another form. So for this purpose, what we have to take into consideration? Now, we can rotate. Before that, the bond angle between these two hydrogen atoms, the bond angle between the two adjacent bonds, that is bond between this carbon and hydrogen, again second bond between this carbon and hydrogen, this bond angle is equal to 120 degree. This bond angle is equal to 120 degree. Now, if we want to convert this eclipse formula into the another form of this Sawhorse formula, then what we have to take here? We have to just rotate this bond between this carbon and carbon. After that, we get the second type of the representation of this ethane molecule in another view, that is this type of representation is obtained, in which again this is the substituent attached to this carbon, first hydrogen, second, and again this is a hydrogen. Now this type of the representation of the ethane molecule in this way is called as the staggered conformation. It is called as the staggered conformation for ethane molecule. So you can say that this is a simple method for drawing a molecule in a three-dimensional view. That is a Sohus formula, in which firstly we have to draw the eclipse formula, that is nothing but the two inverted Y alphabets joined together with a elongated line, in which the bond angle between these two particular adjacent single bonds is equal to 120 degree. Once we obtain this eclipse formula, we can convert it into the another form that is called as a staggered formula, just by rotating the bond between this carbon and carbon atom. So this is one of the simple example of ethane molecule. Now suppose if we want to convert our next example of butane, N-butane, suppose we take here N-butane, CH3, single bond CH2, single bond CH2, single bond CH3. Suppose this is our regular second example of N-butane molecule, and if we want to convert this N-butane molecule into the three-dimensional view according to Sohus formula. So first of all, again we write here, or we draw here the first eclipse formula. For this purpose, I take here two inverted Y alphabets. Now, if we look toward this molecule from this side, these two methyl groups are present on a above the plane, and that's how we draw that, or we show here these two methyl groups are on a top of this inverted Y alphabet, and remaining two substituents is nothing but the hydrogen atoms. So we show it as first hydrogen, second hydrogen, first and again second hydrogen. Again we know that the bond angle between these two adjacent bonds is equal to 120 degree. So this is the first form of this N-butane molecule according to Sohus formula, that is nothing but the again eclipse. It is the eclipse structure. It is a eclipse structure, and same structure can be shown in another form that is called as the staggered. So what we have to do for this staggered conformation? Just we have to rotate the bond between these two carbon atoms. Then we get the second form of this Sohus formula, and that is nothing but the eclipse formula. So just we have to show here CH3, this is H, now this CH3 is now at the bottom position. These are the two hydrogen atoms. So this is called as a second form of this particular N-butane molecule. What is the name of this formula? That is nothing but the staggered formula. This is the staggered formula for this N-butane molecule. So this is the again important method for showing the molecule in a three-dimensional view, and that is called as the Sohus, that is Andrein formula. So in the current lecture, we started one important point from the chapter, that is called as the projection formula, in order to draw the molecule in a three-dimensional view. So for this purpose, we completed here the two important methods. The first method is called as the dotted line and wedge formula. For representing the molecule, we have to use the three different type of the lines. One is called as a regular line, second is called as a wedge line, and third is called as the dotted line. Each line represents the different information regarding the structure of the molecule. The second method just we completed here, that is called as the Sohus or Andrein formula. So these are the two important methods for drawing a particular organic molecule in a three-dimensional view. Now remaining two methods we will take in a next lecture. So with this I stop here in this current lecture. Thank you so much.